Talk Radio 94 FM.
Just because you do a lot of talk.
And as we continue on the hotline, Jerry McDaniel here for Emily Shields, and we're talking good stuff. Money, 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 money. National Commercial Bank. Inside banking. And our very special guest today, our content expert, the person who will extract a lot of info from Kimsumu. Did I mess your name up? I hope I didn't. Young. Brownstown branch manager. Help me with the first name there. I don't want to mess up your name.
Kimsumu is correct, Jerry. You got it right.
Woohoo! What do I win? A new account? Or just your trademark service?
We will talk off air about what you want.
Ooh, I like it. I like it. Tell me a little bit about what we want to be our focus. We do know that we're in a very, very fast-paced world. And we know that so many things continue to change rapidly. To keep track of everybody's relationship with every organization, financial organization, the bank account is central to that. It's what helps us to move towards unlocking anything that we want to make into reality later on. It's a place that the organization, the financial partners like yourself can look at and say, okay, this looks like where the interests lies, so let us shift our attention here so we can serve our clients better. So that's important, right?
Definitely it is.
All right. So let's talk a little bit about the bank account and what's new with how you are structuring that relationship, because I think of it as a manifestation of a relationship rather than just a bank account. Because you said a bank account, it just sounds like this inanimate third person something. But it's a relationship represented by this, huh?
Certainly. So what we have uncovered, Jerry, is that a lot of our customers are using their accounts in a way that was not the original intent. And so we developed the On-The-Go account to make it as a much more flexible current account for customers who want to separate their savings from their everyday transactions.
Mm. And how is this different from your checking as opposed to your saving, which was old people like me used to just figure that is it. You have your checking account, you get up and you write, you draw. Back in the days, you used to only source to draw checks. You never had the online, the robust online thing back in the days. It was clear. But you don't, you also don't have one for that kind of everyday use for expenditure that has all the robustness of an electronic platform, right?
Certainly. It has all the features of the original current account, with the exception of the ability to write checks. So it is a current or checking account, but no check leaves are provided. However, you would be able to use it in all the other ways that you would have done previously.
No checkbook mean no bounce check. I'm just saying,
it's good to ensure that our customers have good credit. So
I know. I know. I said that in a mysterious way, but with the reality that what it also does is that it increases the transparency and integrity of the transactions. So
of course it does.
Yeah, whether you have a good or bad intent, the way it's set is that you have to kind of do what is possible, as opposed to trying to use it the way it wasn't intended.
Correct. Mm-hmm. So having the ability now to separate your daily expenses from what it is that you hope to put down to achieve your financial dreams, as you said, it makes it much more clearer. So you know exactly at the end of the month, for those who are monthly paid for argument's sake, you know exactly how much it is that you want to save towards whatever it is that you hope to achieve. And then you would put that in a regular save account, and then whatever you have left otherwise for your normal day-to-day monthly expenses, you would keep that on the go account.
Fantastic. And talking about the fact that a bank account is essential to help us unlock our potentials and also make our relationships with our financial partner like NCB more vibrant. Let's just remind ourselves why it's important to have accounts and not a kind of a random way of utilizing the financial resources that we have.
Well, Jerry, of course, the bank account allows persons to have the ability to keep their money in a safe place. So we know that having money at home can be very risky. Not only are you subject to theft, but we have seen many times in the news where houses are burnt and nothing is left. So when you put your money in a financial institution, your funds are protected. And of course, the funds up to $1.2 million are also backed by the JDIC. So persons would have the ability to make a claim up to 1.2 million. God forbid something happened. Of course, there is also the convenience of having a bank account. You use it to pay bills, transfer funds between accounts, and that kind of thing. So we have convenience at our fingertips. Additionally, having an account allows you to build your credit and be able to access loans. So having that account and maintaining a positive balance, your credit score is improved and you will have the ability to be approved for both loans and credit cards.
Mm-hmm. And that will take some load off both sides because as your client, your customer, we don't have to get together, paper and make a case. We just simply operate in good faith with integrity, and you can observe that trend. You have a live example right in front of you there because it's electronic as an organization. So we can both see more clearly when we're heading in the right direction and how we might want to adjust anything, no?
Definitely.
All right. Again, especially if somebody's just joining us, remind us of the differences between this on-the-go account, which is, is like the bread and butter daily thing, the flow, on-the-go, or to build up resources for larger goals. These two accounts, the on-the-go account and the regular save account, the differences.
Right. So the on-the-go account is a current account that we use to make our regular day-to-day purchases. You can use it to send and receive payments both locally, overseas, or online. There are no checks issued on this account. And the regular save account, on the other hand, allows you to save at your own pace. You can still do regular withdrawals and deposits, as well as earn interest. But for the regular save account, we want our customers to use it in the way that it was intended, to save regularly for specific purposes. So whether it is you want to have a down payment for a house or a car, or you want to further your education, we want you to put down a little something each month towards that goal in the regular save account.
So you can just use a save account and then pinch off piece for what you need. Why you have to have two separate accounts? Asking for a friend.
We want our customers to achieve their very best financial life, Jerry.
Yes.
So if you're going to pinch it off a little at a time, same like how one cocoa full it, one is going to empty it.
One bite, empty the basket.
Focused.
One pinch, empty the basket.
Same way, so.
Yes. It's really true when you have, even if you have literal physical pots of anything, you want to separate them. So you can see, even if you have different, for instance, represented in one container and some are green and some are yellow, it's probably best if each one means something different to have them. So you can at all times see what is what. Clarity is a big ally of accountability, no so?
Definitely, Jerry.
Mm-hmm. So tell us now about how to open these accounts, minimum balances, and how to maintain.
Well, for both accounts, that is the regular save and the on-the-go account, customers will have to provide the full KYC or Know Your Customer documentation. And these include having a Government of Jamaica issued ID, which is in the form of a passport, a driver's license, or a voter's ID. A tax registration number will also be required. Proof of income in the form of a payslip or job letter not older than 6 months. Their proof of address will also be required to have this account opened. The minimum for the on-the-go account is $2,000, and for the regular save, it's $5,000.
And what about the minimum balance? Is the minimum opening is 2,000 for the on the go, but can it dip below the 2,000? Is there a maintenance average? How does that work?
There is no minimum balance to maintain for the on the go account. So the customers will be able to access free withdrawals per month at the ATMs. It is a non-interest bearing account. And of course, as I said, there are no minimum balances for the on-the-go account.
Mm-hmm.
The regular save account, though, you must maintain your minimum balance of $5,000, and interest will be paid twice yearly on this account, and customers are allowed 2 free withdrawals per month at the ATM.
Mm-hmm. Oh yes, so the on-the-go account can help us to save on fees. Then how so?
So given that there are no minimum monthly balances, that is very good, because you don't have to be saying, I have to keep this amount and to avoid the charge. There are absolutely no minimum balances. And then, of course, the 4 free ATM withdrawals per month, that is also another added benefit.
But I can also see, if you do have a little bit more liquidity, that at your fingertips, but not necessarily immediate plans, you can have that in your regular save so that it can accelerate a little bit with interest.
Correct. And of course, interest is paid twice yearly.
Mm-hmm.
So the higher the balance, the more interest that you will gain. Mm-hmm. So although we say open with a minimum of 5,000, customers who have more than that can opt to put in more than the 5,000.
Fantastic. All right, now, so what about access to these funds? Easy access, debit card, both accounts, or no?
Yes, both accounts are issued with Visa debit cards, and they also have the ability to access the accounts via our website online, so that they will have readily, or the information will be easily accessible to them at their fingertips.
Mm-hmm. So it's one card where you can select the nature of the account, or separate cards?
So each customer is issued with one debit card, no matter how many accounts you have.
Mm-hmm. Right.
So all the accounts will be linked to the one card. So if you opened both the on-the-go and the regular save, you would be only issued with one card.
Mm-hmm. Okay. All right. Let's take a quick break before we finish up the conversation. Back in a few.
Talk Radio 94 FM.
Just because you do a lot of talk.
And of course, money does matter, and matters quite a lot. So we're talking with our friends from NCB, and today's very special expert is Kimsumu Young, and she's a Brownstown branch manager. And every time I say Brownstown, I feel jealous. I want to just say, all right, I gonna soon come, I gonna Brownstown. Love that part of the country. So we have been walking through how to manage your funds in partnership with NCB. And there are two great options, the on-the-go and the regular save account. And we ran through the benefits of each. Well, overall, we talked about the benefits of having accounts with that relationship with your bank and the benefits of each. Mr. Young, you can just recap the last bit of what we talked about, which was just the fact that how you can gain access to the funds regardless of what accounts you have.
Right, Jerry. So customers will be issued with a Visa debit card that they can use whether they are here in Jamaica. They can also use it online, or if they're abroad. They also have the ability to do transfers online via our portal. And of course, the internet access is 24 hours every day. So their information will be available to them at whatever time that they choose.
All right. You've already made a very clear distinction between the two, so we know why they will complement each other. But then there are some things that are common to both. Let's talk a little bit about that.
So the features for these accounts, free online transfers between the accounts. They also get free online bill payments. The accounts can also be opened online. There is the ability to link both accounts to the debit card, which will be issued to all new customers. Also, the access to our online portal to manage the account. They also have the ability to set up standing orders online and use the accounts for loan payments.
For those who probably are a little bit younger in our audience or who have not had a situation where they have to set up standing orders, just tell us quickly what those are, because that's really one of the awesome benefits. It's something that you don't have to remember, right?
Correct. So a standing order, as the name suggests, is a set amount that is submitted or remitted to another account at the same time each month. So take for instance, between these two accounts, if at the end of the month we say we want to save 5,000, instead of having to go physically into a branch or remember to log on to do it when you get paid, you simply go on the portal, you add it to the application, whatever amount that you want to put on monthly or weekly, and it will automatically be transferred at that set date each month. So you have the ability to build up the regular saving account at these intervals.
Mm-hmm. And you simply kind of probably use your on-the-go as your receptacle, and then you farm that out to where you want to have the resources, right?
That's correct, Jerry.
Mm-hmm. And what about loan repayments? Can you do it from either one?
Yes, you can use either one for the loan repayments. However, given that we want the customers to save in the regular save, I would recommend that they use the on-the-go account for the loan repayments. But they have the option to choose between either.
Right. So the flexibility is there, but it makes sense to consolidate, your payments so you can see the resources available. You can cater for it, no? It's a lot easier to see, okay, my balance is this, my monthly commitment is this, a little bit more this month, so therefore maybe I'll transfer apart from what I'm going to save every single month. No, it's not the month that I'm going to be able to top it up a little, even though I might have worked some extra shifts because there's some extra, and then you just leave it there. So you can,
Correct.
because it's coming anyway, and you don't want to incur any charges, any bank charges for unnecessarily.
Correct.
Mm-hmm. All right. Remind us what you need to open the accounts, because we said that earlier, but again, people join at different times. So let's remind them how to take advantage.
Right. So, of course, they need a government-issued ID, and that would be in the form of a passport, driver's license, or national ID, or what they call voters or electoral ID. A TRN will also be required. Proof of income, which will be in the form of a payslip or job letter not older than 6 months. Additionally, they will also need a proof of address for the account to be successfully opened.
What will suffice for a proof of address?
Utility bill not older than 6 months will suffice. There are also customers who may have the address that is listed on the voter's ID or the driver's license. If they're living at that address, that also may be used as the proof of address.
All right. Anything else you want to weigh in on before we wrap it for today?
Certainly, Jerry. These two accounts are designed so that customers can achieve their best financial dreams. And I want the listeners to know that they can start today by visiting our website at www.jncb.com/save more to learn more and apply to get their very own on-the-go or regular save account.
Wow. Thank you so much. Very comprehensive, and we really thank you for this very informative edition of Inside Banking with NCB, Ms. Kimsumu Young. I'm going to ask that one of my grandchildren get this name.
Thank you for having me.
And invite you to
Jerry.
Christine.
It was my pleasure.
Thank you so much. Take care.
All right. Take good care now. Bye.
Good then. Bye-bye.